Welcome to another episode of Echoes of Blue. Today I'm joined by Violeta Jordan. She is in business development and has been a commercial leader for many decades in the biotech and pharmaceutical companies industry. Alongside her work, she's also been involved in Women in Bio. Thank you for joining me, Violeta.
Thank you for having me here.
We just had a conversation a little bit before this, but there's still a lot more that we need to discover. Your undergrad was actually in a very different area than business development, right? It was in chemistry, agricultural engineering, and then you did your MBA. So what kind of interested you in those two paths?
Over 30 years ago, I came from Macedonia to get my MBA here. My science background and bachelor's degree in science give me perspective about how much I love science. And then I realized I should also have some business experience, and maybe business experience from another country will complement my existing science undergraduate experience. So I came to San Francisco to get my MBA, and I realized how much I appreciate learning about business. And I always thought that science is wonderful. I work in the lab for a little bit and I loved it, but I always tend to like sales or business development even more. So the science background and MBA give me opportunity to do business development that I really love and enjoy.
You mentioned that you were in like a sciencey lab in the lab for a while, right? You kind of touched on it, but I guess what was the inspiration to kind of transition from like a traditional science role into like the business side? Because I feel like sometimes also, you know, when people think of biotech or biopharma, oftentimes the first position that you think of is like scientist or like lab, right? What made you more interested in the business part of it than like a traditional science role?
The lab science work was okay for a short period of time. I'm extrovert and I love being around people. I learned few things how to do in the lab, and I really appreciate that. But being extrovert and love being around people and scientists too and business people, it helped me a lot because I love building networks, relationships, partnership, but also meeting with clients, directly with clients who are in biotech and pharma. It's like reading a new book. Every day you learn something new, new with technology or new services that they provide or new products they provide for the patients. And it's all about patients. We try to help to work on many different diseases. And me coming from the CDMO world, being business development director, helps put together the pharma and biotech companies with the patients, because we manufacture their modalities in order for their project to be successful and go through preclinical, phase 1, 2, 3, or commercial. So we're all helping our patients getting what they need and help them have better quality of life as much as we can.
Specifically in business development for biotech or biopharma, is there anything that you see has changed in terms of the skills that you need now versus when you first started out?
Yes, it's a really good question. And yes, everything evolves. So you need interpersonal skills. You need something to attract the potential clients with something specific, like the technology that your company is manufacturing, or something specific that they need so they can be successful with the end results of their projects. Constantly following up with the potential clients sharing your new technology, giving them presentations, especially technical presentation of CDMO, that it's large CDMO. For example, the company I work for has 19 different manufacturing sites in US and Europe. We always know more about our company and the company we're working for than our clients. And even if they have heard some things about the company I'm working with, I will always know more details than they will. So my job is to educate them on the services and technologies, plus capacity and capabilities that we have, so they can understand how we can help them short term and long term with their projects.
I'm sure that it's definitely the role has evolved so much more, you know, now than before, because it's also so much harder to convince people to like trust you, right? So
and there are also many competitors out there, so you have to try to be unique as much as you can.
In addition to being in business development, you also are a mentor for women in bio. So what kind of inspired you to want to do that?
Many years ago, I realized that I've been very lucky to work for a really great industry with incredible, intelligent, smart people who has always tried to help me to grow with companies and being a great mentor for me, including women and men. And at certain point in my life, I realized it's really time to give back. So I can give something to somebody so they can benefit from and help them grow as much as they can with their existing company, with their career, or anything that I can do, they can learn from me, especially some mistakes that I have done so they don't have to go through it.
On that note, what is, I guess, a piece of advice, or if you don't want to call it advice, we can say message, that throughout your mentoring or just in general you have kind of found yourself coming back to, that you tell people?
Yes. I had a friend who asked me, "You're so positive and you're always cheerful. What drives you?" Maybe this will answer the best to your question. And if I don't capture it, you let me know. I'll give you more details. And I thought about it for a second or two, and really what drives me is a job well done. At the end of the day, if I know I have done something well and I've helped somebody or something, I have contributed with something, makes me feel really special. I love giving because I really truly believe energy doesn't go away, but comes and goes. Energy doesn't disappear. So when you feel good energy and share good energy, it comes back. So pretty much job well done is what drives me. And I've learned that also if you make a mistake, it's okay. Just make sure you don't make the same mistake twice. Learn from it. Sometimes I have to apologize for it, and then I just move on. Today's
our first meeting, but I can see that you have great energy, and you know, and also it's nice that you're doing that with the work that you're doing, whether that's in BD or in mentoring. I feel like you're giving back, you know, so that's nice that it ties in with what you want your message to be. Thank you for joining me today and for answering all these questions. I have so many more, but we can talk off camera for that.
I want to thank you also for your time,
of course,
and for you being so proactive and doing this for the rest of us. Thank you, Shakti.
Of course. I will see you guys. Bye.
Bye.